All right, so have you ever just like been belting out Dua Lipa in the shower? You know, like Houdini, that song.
Oh, absolutely. Who hasn't? It's such a bop.
Yeah. But it got me thinking, what if there's more to it? Like, what if Houdini isn't just a catchy pop song? What if it's like a super deep commentary on relationships?
Ooh, I like where you're going with
Right?
this.
There are layers here, people.
Yeah.
So welcome to PhD Lyrics, overanalyzing the songs you shower to. Today's patient, Dua Lipa's Houdini.
It's interesting you chose this song, because on the surface it seems pretty straightforward. A fun, brancy track about, I don't know, maybe fleeting romance.
Exactly. But that's what makes it so perfect for us, because underneath all that, there's like a whole philosophical battleground going on.
Okay, so how do we even begin to unpack all of that?
Well, let's start with the hook. I come and I go.
Yeah,
Catch me or I go Houdini.
so catchy, right. But it's also so much more than that. Due is basically taking on this persona, this elusive Houdini figure, and using it to set the terms of the relationship.
It's like she's saying, I'm in control here. I decide when I'm present, when I disappear. You want to be a part of this. You got to keep up.
And that ties into some really interesting ideas about agency, especially for women in relationships.
I mean, it's like Judith Butler's theories on performativity,
Right.
right? We perform gender roles. But here, Dua's performing autonomy.
Exactly. She's defying traditional expectations, and that's just the beginning.
Okay, so then we get to the line, prove you got the right to please me. And like, whoa, talk about flipping the script.
Right. She's not just passively waiting to be pleased, she's demanding her partner earn that right. It's a huge power move.
It's like she's challenging that whole concept of the male gaze, you know? She's not an object to be looked at. She's the subject dictating her own pleasure.
Totally. And then she layers in this whole other level with the lines, time is passing like a solar eclipse. It's your moment, baby. Don't let it slip.
It's more than just saying time is running out, right?
Definitely. She's using this imagery of a fleeting, awe-inspiring celestial event to create a sense of urgency.
It's like that concept of the sublime in romantic art, this overwhelming, extraordinary experience that you can only witness for a brief moment.
And that ties back to the Houdini persona so perfectly.
Yeah.
She's elusive, magical, disappearing just as quickly as she appeared.
Okay, but then hold on, because this next line is where things get really complicated. She says, if you're good enough, you'll find a way. Maybe you can cause a girl to change her ways.
She's setting an impossible standard. Is it manipulation, a power play? It's hard to say for sure.
Right, but I think it speaks to this whole idea of having it all that women are constantly grappling with today. The ambition, the independence, but also that desire for connection.
And the difficulty of reconciling all those things. Like, can you truly have it all?
Exactly, and then boom, another curveball. Do you practice everything that you preach? Talk about cutting to the core.
That line, it's like a straight-up philosophical challenge, like Socrates questioning hypocrisy, demanding action over empty words.
Right, and it's not just about romantic relationships. It's about demanding authenticity in all aspects of life.
Okay, but then we get to the last part, and it almost seems like she contradicts everything she said before. If you got it, baby, give it to me.
So is she just materialistic after all?
Well, I think it depends on how you interpret that it. Maybe she's not talking about superficial things.
Right, maybe she's craving something deeper, something more meaningful. Intellectual stimulation, emotional depth, shared values.
Qualities you can't see, but that are infinitely more valuable in the long run.
So there you have it. What started as a seemingly simple pop song turns out to be this complex exploration of agency, power, desire, and the search for authenticity.
And I bet the next time you hear Houdini, you'll never listen to it the same way again.
Exactly. So if you enjoyed this ridiculously over-the-top analysis of Dua Lipa, hit that like button, subscribe for more PhD lyrics. Because after all, as Dua so eloquently puts it, everybody knows, catch me or I go Houdini.